But won't you think, Dr. Ravindra, citizens' participation will help in maintaining better civic communities? Because somebody will keep an eye on the contract, saying that this particular thing has been done, not done up to the mark.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in fact, Plan Bengaluru as well as the new Bangalore Governance Bill emphasizes on public or citizen participation. See, the real issue is what form of participation it should take. See, in a democracy, you can look at it from several angles. Even at the national level, now you find there is a big debate, especially relating to the Lokpal bill. As you know, Lokpal bill got a momentum because of civil society in some way, Nazare movement or whatever it is. So the debate now is who is supreme. Parliamentarians, at least some of them claim that people elected them, and therefore they have a role to play. They have the right to legislate. Even the legislation is the prerogative of the parliament or the state legislature. So what is the role that the citizens have to play in legislation? So there can be difference of opinion, but the civil society, a lot of people may say, see, after all, a parliamentarian or a legislator must really reflect the views of the citizens, the issues of the citizens, and if he fails to do so, then citizens have a right.
This is what happened during the Nazare movement is all about.
Yeah, that is right. Now here also at the city level, let us say, the question is, if you take the ward committee, for instance, whether we should have elected members, which means more citizens will get an opportunity to go on, participate that. Or if it is nominated, who should nominate is another question. For instance, some say the corporation should nominate, some say the state government should nominate, some others say the corporator should nominate. So these are the issues that come up. So really, the grassroots level democracy is not as simple as it seems. There are a number of issues that come up. Broadly, it is a question of, saying that, we have what is called representative democracy. As of now, it is representative. People elect legislators, they go on legislate, and they are supposed to really oversee governance. Participatory governance, when it comes to it has been a big issue, not only in India, but anywhere else in the world. There are some. For instance, I can give you an example of in a country like Brazil. See, in one city, Curitiba, which is supposed to be where the public transport system has become very popular, and I think 70% travel by public transport. And also another city called Porto Alegre in Brazil. Participatory democracy is much more prominent. In the sense, for instance, I believe even the budget, the municipal budget, even before it is prepared, the draft is put before the people. They invite public comments. There are a lot of public participation. Later, it is taken to the council and passed. I mean, this is one example. But there are certain other examples where it has been tried, it has failed. These things are going on. So I think now we are going through a phase. It is a kind of a churning phase. First time I find, we are not really shy about talking even about corruption. Even 1 year back, we took corruption for granted.
Absolutely.
We said, no, this goes on, mamul and things like that. But today, people say, no, we should fight corruption. So what form and in what manner people should participate?
So the churning process is on.
Is on. My view is the churning process is on all over the country, at least in the big urban areas. In Bangalore itself, there are a lot of citizens, a lot of NGO or at least even resident associations, citizen associations. So there is a voice of the people being heard. But they may be, different voices, sometimes, in a democracy, this is bound to happen.
But you see light at the end of the tunnel.
Right. So the challenge is how we will be able to really, crystallize the views. And you see, for success, you need to come together. And people, that is where democracy, the majority part comes in. They'll have to say, okay.
Is this government open to these changes?
Yes, government is open to these changes. But how long will it take? As I said, that has to be, because the decision-making level, at that level, they need to really come to an understanding and say, okay, we will do this.
As an advisor to the government, do you really push these things?
Yeah, I am trying to. See, but you know, an advisor has the role is advisory, not at decision. I am not at the decision making level.
You can advise.
No, that is why, as I said, you know, we have put on table urban development policy, what is to be done. I put on table draft bill for Bangalore, a number of other things. You know, then some things do get done. I mean, a lot of small things. You know, maybe.
Your urban development minister seems to be keen on this.
In fact, he is keen. With him, we do interact. Suresh Kumar. He has shown a lot of interest, even in this. In fact, you know, he was very keen on this urban development policy because it concerns other cities also. So we have had a number of discussions. I said some differences are there, but I do hope. You know, as I said, I am also trying to push. Meeting the concerned people, the ministers, etc., even the chief minister.
People like you should take
we are trying our best.
Try to bring them together and come to some kind of a consensus.
The consensus has to be ultimately at the top level. You know. But I do hope, I think we should be able to come to some
Dr.
consensus.
Ravindra, you attended an Urban Asia seminar in East-West Center in Honolulu or somewhere.
Oh, yes, yes.
I just went through the website and then found out that. The seminar was on critical urbanization issues facing Asian cities. Any ideas for managing urban growth that you gathered at the seminar?
Yeah, in fact, it was a very interesting seminar. And unlike many other seminars where hundreds of people come, speeches are made and, you know, they disperse. This was a very compact group of about 25 or so, selectively, you know, chosen from different countries. There are a number of good ideas came. For instance, I will give you only one example. Amongst the participants was the one governor from Philippines, from I'm sorry, not from Indonesia. From Indonesia, they call the governor. He is also like the mayor of the city. So the way he was explaining, you know, how they were managing the city, I found, you know, some of the ideas that, you know, we want to bring in, like, you know, a mayor, directly elected mayor with some powers, and that he is able to take the initiative in bringing about some reforms and bringing about some changes. So that I thought appealed to me a lot, which reinforced my own ideas that I was trying to, you know, implement here. So similarly, you know, it's Asian cities as well as the other cities, you know, Bangkok. Each one has done some. Bangkok, for instance, you know, on transport. Earlier, Bangkok was probably more chaotic than Bangalore traffic. Now that has changed a lot. So like that, you know, of course, Singapore is on a different footing. I think it's really not comparable because Singapore is a small, it's a city state. There is a lot of discipline amongst the people also. I mean, all of a sudden in India, you know, we also lack discipline.
We are in discipline.
Apart from, you know, whatever one may say about the lack of governance, lack of discipline is another problem. So as I said, when I said churning, I think, you know, people also should get more discipline. And then I think we will see
no use blaming only the government.
Only the government.
We have to blame ourselves or change ourselves.
Yes, change ourselves.
Another short break, Dr. Ravindra. On return, let me discuss with you about how Bangalore needs a vision reboot.